Okay, so CSUs are California State Universities, and so you need to fill out an application. So there's going to be a workshop this Saturday if you need any help with college applications or filling out the FAFSA form from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So it's going to be in the computer lab downstairs.
Can I tell everybody something? If you guys are interested in going to this workshop on Saturday, there's an online sign up for you to go to, and if you have it, Mrs. Sun Lim and the counseling office will have your transcript there, which you will need to help you fill out the application. So if you go down to the counseling office or you find the sign-in sheet, they will have your transcript available for you if you come to this workshop.
How do we sign up for it? Just like the sign-in?
You can go down and talk to Mrs. Sun Lim down in the counseling office, but I think there's also probably something in the 12th grade Google Classroom. There should be a sign up in the 12th grade Google Classroom.
Okay, so here are some things to know. There's 23 CSU campuses. They're all four-year universities. You don't need to take the SAT or the ACT. You need a minimum 2.0 GPA to apply, and you have to complete your A through D requirements, which are on the pamphlet. And so CSUs are about like half the price of UCs, which is about $7,300. And so since CSUs are smaller than UCs, they're known for catering to the minority and low-income students, so that means that teachers are more accessible to the students. Okay, so these are the 23 CSU campuses. So when we post this on like the class of 23 Google Classroom, so you can just go on it and you can click on any of the links and it'll take you to that college's website. So yeah, you can go to CSUN.
So where do we find these again?
We'll post these slides through our Instagram and then of course through our website as well.
And also through the 12th grade Google Classroom.
Yes, 12th grade Google Classroom. So they'll be in here, and don't forget you can come here during AD and we can also show you this presentation and give you those links.
Okay, so if you have a 2.5 GPA or higher, you can automatically be accepted into Cal State Northridge and Cal State Channel Islands, unless you're applying to an impacted major. So an impacted major is a major where there are certain spots and there are more applicants than spots. So it's going to be impacted, it's going to be more challenging to get in. So these are the impacted majors at CSUN. So accounting, biology, business admin, cinema and television arts, music, kinesiology, and psychology.
So if you guys are not applying for one of those majors and you have a 2.5 grade point average, you can automatically be accepted at Cal State Northridge.
Okay, so these are some popular campuses you've probably heard of. So there's Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, SDSU, CSU Long Beach, San Jose State University, CSU Fullerton, CSUN, CSU Chico, and then CSU San Bernardino. And so these are like more challenging to get in because obviously more students want to get in. So, yeah. And so these are your A through G requirements. Yeah, so it's on the blue side. So you need 2 years of a history. So you need 1 year of a world history, 1 year of US history, and a semester of American government or civics. You need 4 years of English, and you need minimum 3 years of math, but they suggest you take 4 years of math just so they can see like the vigor in your classes. You need 2 laboratory sciences, so 1 biological and then 1 physical science. And then you need 2 years of another language, but if you haven't taken a language and you're fluent in like, let's say Spanish, you could take the AP Spanish test and you could get your like credits from there. And then you need a visual and performing arts 1 year. And then you need a college prep elective. So a college prep elective is any of the A through Fs, but it's just an extra year of that. And so applications are already open. They opened on October 1st. and they're due by the 30th. So we suggest that you fill them out as soon as possible, just to like get it out of the way, and so your application can be in first. And so these are the acceptance rates to the 23 CSUs. So the ones in purple have higher acceptance rates, and the ones in teal and red are a little more competitive to get into, which are some of the more popular ones.
Okay, so I'm gonna be doing applying to UCs. We're just gonna put on this mic real quick. Okay. So, it's a pretty easy process. You're just gonna be going to the Cal State Education /apply, and once you do that, once you fill out your application, it'll apply to all Cal States. So next slide, please. So when you first press the apply application button, you'll go here, you'll create a username and password. Pretty easy. Next slide, please.
Once you're done creating your profile, you'll be sent to this page where you can answer a few more preliminary questions. It's just to make sure that the admissions office has a better grasp of what your goals are at a student attending that specific CSU that you're looking to apply to.
For example, that's like if you want to go into if you want to get a bachelor's degree and etc. Next slide, please. So once you've done that, you will then begin headed to this add programs. If you go to the next slide, it'll show a little bit more, where you get to choose any majors that you're interested in. And here it tells you the college, which degree you need to get to, the start time, and etc. So you can look up any majors that you're interested into, and it'll tell you what colleges apply to that. Next slide. So after that,
Once you've chosen all the programs that you're involved in, you can check their validity one final time before continuing to the rest of the application. And it's at this point that you'll also see the total fee for your application, which at this point is $70. If you think you qualify to get it reduced, you can talk to your counselor and go through the fee reduction process.
do any of you know what a fee waiver is? All of you? Okay. So yeah, next slide. So after that, you created your account, then it's pretty easy. This is going to be, you can do this on your own, or you can come here during AE, or you can talk with your mentee, and we can help you fill out your application. So if you go to the next slide, you have a personal information thing, just basic things like your address, little things. Don't forget, there's personal insight questions to these Cal State applications. We're going to have a presentation about that next Thursday, so you come in and we can help you with your personal insight questions. Next slide, please.
There are no personal insight questions to Cal State.
Oh, okay, sorry. UCs. Never mind then. Don't listen. But also, if you need help with personal insight, yeah, please do. Okay, next slide. Supporting information, just basic things. Next slide. Program materials, so that's the major that you're interested in. So for example, for me, I chose environmental engineering. Next one. And some things to remember. Okay, please fill out FAFSA. Our goal for College Preventers is to get everyone to fill out FAFSA. Does everyone know what FAFSA is? Awesome, that's great. So it's already open. It opened October 1st, but it ends March 2nd. But the earlier you fill it out, the better. It takes 2 to 3 days to get your ID for it. So I recommend doing that now because you can also apply for a work-study job. Do all of you know what a work-study job is? If not, it's totally okay.
Yes, I see somebody shaking their head.
Okay. So a work-study job allows you to work on the campus and still go to school. For example, if there's a Starbucks on the campus, you can probably get a job there, and then you can still study and go to school at the college. It's pretty useful. Don't forget, your application through the CSU website applies to all CSUs. And CSUs, if you want to go into the higher ones, they require 2.5 GPA, but most of them require 2.0. And turn in your CSU application no later than Halloween. Even though it's due November 30th, we recommend that you turn it in by Halloween, okay? Next slide. And
Some other things to remember before we close are that the CSUs do accept AP test scores of 3 and above. So if you have test scores with those grades, then you should make sure that you get credit for those going into university. And another thing is that if you are applying for an impacted major, which means there's limited seatings and you're not guaranteed a spot, then applying earlier always helps, and you have to keep in mind that your eligibility index may need to be higher. So in other words, just make sure you have more than the bare minimum in terms of your grades and your accomplishments.
Okay. So don't forget, there's going to be a workshop this Saturday if you need any help applying to colleges, or community colleges, or FAFSA. Our goal is to get everyone to fill out FAFSA. It's pretty easy. Don't forget, you have to fill out FAFSA with the parents, so you must come with the parent. And I think we're done with the slides. Yes.
The job has your schedule, so it interviews.
Yeah, so if you didn't hear that, for work study, the job has your schedule, so they'll work around your schedule. Or your school schedule, yeah. Yeah, I think anyone else have any questions about CSUs? Or even UCs or any college questions? Okay, awesome. I think that's it, Mr. Kugler. Oh, there is? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
What was the website for?
Just look up Cal State universities or CSUs, and it'll show you that there's a whole thing for Cal States. And then once you hit that, you can start applying and fill out your thing. It took me like 10 minutes to fill out, just create my ID and just fill out like basic information. But once you have to do the personal insight questions, that's where, and all the other stuff, that's going to take a little bit of longer process.
So there's the.
I mean, sorry, no person, but the personal info. Sorry. Yeah. Yes, go ahead, Noah.
How are Cal States different than UCs? And also, do any of the Cal States have a good campus life and dorms and stuff?
That's a great question that we're here to help. So, Cal States, some benefits is they're cheaper and they have smaller classes and they require less of a GPA. But if you want to go into UC schools, they're more extensive, but they're higher up in, I guess, not education-wise, but social education. But they do cost more. In the slides, I believe that it was for CSUs, it costs $7,000. For a year or per semester?
No, it's for a school. That's a school.
Okay, for a school year. So that is pretty expensive. And then for UCs, it's $14,000, correct? So, yes.
And the campus life for the Cal States depends on where you go to school, right? So a school like San Diego State that I went to, there's a pretty active campus life there, right? But at a school like Cal State Northridge is a commuter school. So a lot of kids at Cal State Northridge live at home or they live off campus, right? And so there's not as much of a on-site campus life as there is if you go to a school like San Diego State or Poly San Luis Obispo, right? The UCs have real active campus life, right?
Any other questions? Okay. Just a reminder, we're here during AE, and we can help. We're pulling out our mentees as well. I believe, did they already post it on Instagram on about the whole mentee list? Or I'm not sure. Google Classroom? Oh, okay. So yeah, you can find out who your mentor is, or you can just talk to me or Jasmine or Bayla. We're here during AE to help you out. So yeah, thank you all for coming. Awesome.